I'm just testing the audio here. Oh, I'm recording too. Oh, nice. I googled several routines from millionaires that they do on the weekends. I tried some of these routines myself and I want to tell you all about it. There were some things that I found that were pretty interesting, how some things we do on the weekends that we think that they're commonly done on the weekends that are not really the ways that you should be spending your time. I tried some of these things and I've seen significant success from it. Just want to tell you all about it from my experience and from what I've researched on the millionaire routines and what to do when you're bored. The first thing I found out that they do is rest. On the weekends, you take your time to rest and feel well rested. So not necessarily sleeping in for a very long time, but what I've been doing is to take at least 8 hours of sleep, the minimum, and the maximum I don't go for over 9 or 10 hours during the weekend. Just to give you an idea, if I'm going to bed at 11 p.m., then I wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. and that just gives me 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and to me that's more than enough when it comes to going into the weekend, and that just helps me get into a mindset of maximizing the time that I have on the weekend to work on the things that I want, that I'm enjoying the life and enjoying the days that are given to me. Another thing I found out that successful people do is not to leave the chores on the weekends, just to try to minimize the amount of chores that you have to do on the weekends and distribute the chores in small tasks throughout the week so that you don't have to wait until the weekend to do them all and then just spend a bunch of hours just doing chores. And I think this is a misconception, just because personally I was raised in a family where those Sundays were the days that you clean and make sure that your house looks pretty and all tidy, and then it's the cleaning, organizing, cooking kind of day. I've been trying this out and I've been distributing what I do all throughout the week rather than waiting for the weekend to do it, and I noticed that my weekends have longer hours and I feel like the chores are not taking that much valuable time in my life that I could be doing something else, or I could be using it for something a little bit more beneficial or more productive or more exciting. That small change has been significantly great for me. I'm gonna keep doing this. When you start, it's going to be a little bit hard to start just because we're not used to doing things on the weekdays. We are kind of used to living it all for the end of the week, but you will notice that when you distribute them in small tasks throughout the week, you will feel like you're not accumulating a lot of things to just drop on in the weekend, and then you're not gonna waste that many hours. So every single day, just an hour or an hour and a half, maximum 2, just to do chores, and that's it. The next thing I found out is that successful people spend a lot of time on their own space, and they spend a lot of time with their own self. And by this I mean just doing things that you actually like and then that you actually enjoy doing. You don't necessarily have to be with people all the time. There are times that you can be on your own and you can just decompress and let your ideas shine bright and get them onto a different level. And I feel like when you're on your own, it just makes it easier for your brain to wander and to being overall happy and just get to find yourself and get to know yourself a little bit better, which also just helps you in the long run. Another thing to consider is to socialize. Even when we are in this global situation that we're living, I know it's a little bit hard to do that, but just try to get together with some friends, use like FaceTime or Zoom or any other app, and try to connect with your friends. And don't let the social distancing be so impactful in your life. Let it be that physical distancing, but don't lose those connections, and just keep talking to your friends and keep enjoying. Just remember that the technology right now, it's massive and it keeps expanding, and there are new and better things that are coming in every single day. Next thing is recharging your batteries. The weekends can be draining. I know we have to work every day, and I know the weeks can be very stressful and they can drain you a lot, so the weekends are a good time for you to recharge those batteries and do what makes you feel good. So some of the things that you can do are at-home workouts, yoga, meditating, taking a walk, just going to the gym, whatever it is that it's going to make you feel recharged and relieved. If that's cooking, then just do that. Just do something that you feel that makes you happy. Some other things that I've been doing on the weekends are making my space my own zen, like my friend says. I'm making it look more appealing for me, and I'm making it feel more attractive. That means organizing it in a way that it just feels a little bit more open and more aligned to what I'm doing right now. My space is the one that I'm currently spending a lot of time in. I always try to make it feel livable. Make it feel good. So the environment that you're surrounded with has a huge impact on the way you live. That's why I always try to incorporate diffusers or like candles, or I recently got this gorgeous plant that successful people do read books, and not necessarily fictional books or comedy or stuff. They read about things they can learn something from. I'm gonna leave a poll right here, and I want you to tell me if you're getting bored on the weekends or not. You can elaborate more in the comments. You can tell me what are you doing and what are you doing not to get bored. Bye! Thanks for watching.